Well, good evening, everyone. This is Patricia, and I am traveling for history. I'm in Burlington, Vermont tonight, and at the top of Church Street. The three buildings at the top of Church Street, this one here in front of us, Richardson Place right there, and the Unitarian Church, are part of an historic district of the head of Church Street, and they were added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1974. So this building in front of us, which is massively huge here, is the Masonic Temple. So I'm going to be quoting from the Historic Preservation site that's part of the University of Vermont. I'll apologize right now for the traffic sound. Of course, I can't control that, and there is no good time of day to be filming downtown Burlington. So this is one Church Street, and this is the Masonic Temple, constructed in 1898, 3 years after Richardson Place, which is right here. I do have a video on that, and I'll link that in the description below. The Grand Masonic Lodge had chosen Burlington as the location for the organization's special assemblies since 1868, and by 1895 they desired to locate the state headquarters of the Grand Masonic Lodge of Vermont permanently downtown. According to a plaque on the northeast corner of the main facade, the building was designed by John McArthur Harris from the Philadelphia-based Wilson Brothers and Company and cost $80,000. Construction began in 1897, and it was completed less than a year later, soon after a cornerstone ceremony on October 20. The Masonic Temple is an immense structure, a 5-story rectangular brick building with 4 wide arches on the ground floor. You see that? Let me zoom in for you on that. In case you don't see them, let me point them out to you. They are right there, those arches right there. Originally breaking up the first story into 4 commercial spaces of equal size. The 8 bay windows are arched and seem small in relation to the building's massive flat wall plans. A tall, thin chimney projects for the northwestern corner. The temple is notable for its steep-hipped roof, ever present in the downtown Burlington skyline, and for the strip of stepped windows mimicking the stairwell they light on the northern Pearl Street facade, and they mean right here. Those windows in the center right there, that's the stairwell. It gives light to the stairs. Otherwise it'd be pretty dark in there. The style is considered to be Romanesque Revival. We've seen that before. St. Joseph's Church's Romanesque Revival, for instance. The use of arches along the main facade and the windows is a defining characteristic, and the steeply pitched roof and simple decorative elements were fashionable at the turn of the century. Stone lintels give the base of the arched windows weight, and brick dentils run between the first, second, and fifth stories. Many photographs show the Masonic Temple with red metal shutters for fire protection on the southern facade. These windows were shuttered in every southerly image of the temple as far back as the 1920s, and actually even earlier than that. I've seen a picture that's earlier than the 1920s. The small dormers were once adorned with copper finials, but these appear to have been removed after the 1950s. The first floor was reserved for commercial use, while the upper 4 stories were for Grand Mason Lodge purposes. Banquet halls, regalia rooms, galleries, offices, libraries, and parlors are only some of the rooms the Masons incorporated into their headquarters. The first floor was also diverse in its offerings. One of the earliest businesses accommodated at the Masonic Temple was the China Hall Company, a glassware retailer. Daniel N. Nicholson, Grand Master of the Grand Mason Lodge himself, relocated his furrier business to the temple's new retail space soon after its completion. Early long-term businesses included Singer Sewing Company and the drugstore William H. Zotman and Company. The Masons continued to use the lodge until 1970, after a decline in membership no longer warranted the cost of upkeep for their 5-story headquarters. In the 1980s, the Masonic Temple was purchased by Paul, Frank and Collins and P.F. Jergs, a law firm and accounting firm, respectively. For $3 million, the temple was thoroughly renovated, including the upper stories, which were converted into office space and brought up to code. The foundation was rehabilitated, and the windows on the south facade are no longer shuttered, although hinges are still attached to the windows. So, when they did the renovation, unquote, when they did the renovation for Paul, Frank, and Collins, they gutted it. There is nothing original left in the upper floors. The only thing original now, those old stairs on the side. That's it. There may be traces in the retail stores on the first level, but I almost doubt that. But really, I know that the stairs are original, and they are, you can tell that many, many, many feet have been on those stairs. They are certainly well used. All right, so this concludes my video on the Masonic Temple. So thanks so much for coming with me. This is Patricia. I'm traveling for history, and until I see you again, have a great night. Bye.